Hey guys, today we're working on a technique that everybody wants to land in their fights, front kick to the face. During my amateur career, I would land this every fight. As I got further and further up the ranks, got with Glory, Bellator, it became harder and harder to land just because the fighters get that much better at recognizing the front kick coming up at that high level. But it is still a super effective technique. I want to take you guys through two different ways to throw it today and talk about how in the past I landed it every time I was in the ring. Front kick to the face, such an awesome technique. You guys are gonna have a blast learning the specifics of this kick. Alright guys, a couple little clips here. Let's first look at Anderson Silva, the way that he throws the kick. And then let's switch it and look at the way that I, or some of the other kickboxers in the world, throw this kick. Now right away, the main thing that you should note is the direction of the kick is changing. On the Anderson Silva kick, it's coming upwards. On my kick, or some of the other kickboxers in the world, guys like Buakaw, it goes through. Is one right? Is one wrong? No, they're both fine. I want to explain to you the difference, the advantages and the disadvantages of the two angles. So if we're coming upwards, this is obviously going to be a technique that is harder to see coming. Snapping upwards like that, it's going to be a little bit more of a hidden kick. And when it lands, it's going to be super effective because when you don't see a technique coming, it is that much more damaging. Plus, snapping upwards is really going to rattle the head. You can just see even from that the pop in the head. But the downside is when I come upwards, all the guy has to do is lean back inches, and now this kick is going to miss every time. So you run the risk of, okay, yes, higher damage rate, but less probability of landing. Whereas the kick that follows through, the one that I prefer when I lift and I come through, for the guy to lean back, he's got to probably go back about that far because I'm going through that far. So if he just leans back the 3 inches before, where his head would have missed on that upwards front kick, he's still going to get caught. So that's one of the first things to note on the difference between these two kicks. Now, the second thing to note is what your knee is doing. When I throw the front kick that comes under the jaw, the Anderson Silva style, I don't need to lift my knee too high initially because the higher I come, the easier it is for him to see it. So I can just lift my knee very slightly and then work on that little snap. Whereas when I'm doing front kick to the face, my style, where I'm trying to take the bottom of my foot, land right up to their nose and push through, I want to get my knee as high as I can, right up close to my chest. I like to crush my chest into my knee, and then from there, I extend outwards and push through. This one is going to be more damaging, honestly, on the nose and the face, as opposed to getting that knockout, unless you happen to push through and clip the jaw. Both of these are fantastic techniques. I still prefer the push through. I find that the little snap one just has less likelihood of landing, whereas I come and I push through, that push through there lands so much easier. And I really have yet to see anybody in kickboxing effectively land that under the jaw one. I think it's more in MMA, where the guys are a little more free with their hands, that the kicks sneak in. But when you get a kickboxer and their hands are here, all they have to do is step back or just get their elbow across, and now the kick's not landing. Whereas when you throw that push style front kick, if the guy comes through with his hands and closes up about to here, that foot will still reach through. If he closes off enough that the foot won't reach through, you're still going to hit his forearms and knock him backwards. Front kick to the face. It is disorienting when you get hit in the face with that front kick. It is super degrading, which is one of the reasons I tell people never throw front kicks to the face in a sparring session. This is for fights only. And it is a high scoring technique. The judges are going to see, whoa, front kick to the face, that was so damaging, and score that very high. Now the reality is, it's not always as damaging as just landing a solid punch, but they see the head flare back, they see the foot in the face, and they go, oh, that's a big high scoring technique. So guys, that's how I view the front kicks to the face, the two opposing ways to throw it. Which one's better, which one's worse? It's all personal preference. Try out both of them, but remember, it's mostly for pad work. You know, get somebody to hold the pad like that, get them to hold like that. Play around with the angles. Do you want to come upwards, or are you coming up and out and through? If you find this is a technique you can land effectively, start throwing it because it will win you rounds. And before we wrap it up, guys, let's quickly talk about the setup. What am I looking to do to set up this technique, in my opinion, or what has worked for me in the past? I don't find that throwing a big combo is working very well, because then I get within that range where when I lift my knee, I'm too close. I like to throw it here. Maybe I'll stutter with a little fake, you know, I'll just let my jab go and then come in. But a lot of times I'm just looking for this guy to just go flat-footed. He stands here, we're facing off, he's not moving. As soon as I see him not moving, he's not bouncing, I know the only thing he can really do when I lift my leg and throw out is to close his guard up. He doesn't close his guard up, he's flat-footed, he's going to take some sort of foot off the gloves or to the face. I'm not looking for a big massive fake and setup. I'm just looking for them to go stationary and then slam that kick up. Front kick to the face, guys. Have you landed one? If you have, give the video a like. If you guys haven't already, get subscribed, join the channel, join the community. We're growing. It's awesome. I appreciate all of you. Until next time, guys, train hard, and I'll see you back here soon for another video.